Hello everyone, Camelot is finally out. This time we can get universal shards if we do a certain amount of pulls. 10 summons you get 1, 20 you get 2, etc. And then it goes up to 70 pulls you get 7 pulls, and then it resets at 80 pulls. It starts at 1 again. So let's just do all the checks again. Go to history here for my soft pity. Soft pity is sitting at 32 pulls before I get a random. And then for the hard pity, I'm sitting at 92 pulls, and then I'm guaranteed to get Camelot. I have been saving this for him. Just make sure I'm on the correct banner here. And then somebody said in the comments that it doesn't matter which card you choose. Like once I click this button, it's already decided whether or not I'm going to get a legendary or not. So like right now, it's already decided and it doesn't matter which of these cards I choose. And that's what he was saying. And I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, I also don't get it. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do these cards not matter at all? Like, how do you know that it's already decided? Where does it actually say? Based off of my experience playing for over a year, like if I just randomly pull cards, I get worse luck. Whereas when I choose something selectively, I do get better luck, but that could just be random anyway. I think I'm gonna go for the Emperor here for Camelot. Or otherwise the Tower is quite a nice one. Even Strength, he's got that lion badge on his leadership aura. But let me go for the Emperor. Alright, we're just gonna skip that. So we've got one of these shards, we're gonna get another 2 now. It's 20 pulls, nothing. Alright, we got something at 30 pulls, which is funny, because I'm 32 pulls away from the soft pity. Nice.
この地で再会するとは思わなかったぞ。いいだろう。このキャメロット、一階の戦士として新たに遠征を始めようではないか。何を征服するのかだと？もちろん、この混沌の海そのものだ。さあ、俺に続け！揚々たる前途へ向けて進軍開始だ！
Yeah, very happy with that. I mean, I was guaranteed to get a legendary at 32 pulls anyway. But to get it at 30, I guess I saved 2 pulls. So that's gonna reset. Everything's gonna reset, yeah. Now I'm in a good position for the next banner, which maybe is Serene. But that's why I saved that soft pity that I had, the 32 pulls, as well as the hard pity. That's why I saved it from the Credenza banner. If I went all the way for Credenza, I would have been in a much more precarious position. Alright, so now I'm going to be pulling on the Astral gear as well. I just want to check something. So we've unlocked 3 of these shards. I wonder if the Astral gear also counts towards this. Let's see. Just stick to this Emperor. If this even matters. It's 10 pulls down the drain. You can end up pulling more pulls for the Astral gear than the unit themselves actually. Very easily. Alright, got something here. Kavari's Nightmare Puppet. Okay, so I think I am 4 pulls away from getting one of these. So yeah, it doesn't look like it counts towards, the Astral gear doesn't count towards this. It's just for the debut pulls. So I've been getting quite unlucky here with this. So I'm not going to, I'm just going to go for a 1-star copy of this. So we should get it now. Right, we've got 1 there. Okay, just 1 copy. That's fine for me. If you look at the Astral gear in the store, the last one that came out was Samantha SP's one. with this package. So I'm guessing the next one's going to be Credenza's Astral Gear, Camelot's Astral Gear, and then Isarine's Astral Gear, which will probably be like 2 months away, or maybe less than 2 months. So it's a good package for me to pull on. So at least I'll get Camelot and Isarine, both units I should have. I can get one of their Astral Gear. The Credenza one's gonna be a dud because I don't even have Credenza and it's only for her. Right, let's take a look at Camelot here. Guess I'm just gonna go for the full HP build. So his Astral weapon there. Normally I would go for the Crystal Burst armor. I might even give this a go, the Shield of Justice. Although I would like to have that extra HP. But the attack and defense 6%, even at 1 stars, is kind of insane. For now, I'll just use Coco's Fool's Tarot over here, which is going to give me physical defense up there, up by 8%, physical attack 8%, not bad. If you can get a roll here with HP up close to 10%, then you're very lucky. So he comes with Unstoppable Force here. It's just going to be a little charge there, mini AoE there. And it applies no resolve to the enemy, so they can't revive. This is if you have a low level account. You haven't unlocked all of his skills yet, then you would probably run something like this, the early game, or maybe PvP. Let me just go over his trait quickly. So 1 star increase HP 30%, that's insane. Decrease percentage damage taken 15%, ignores block, and he has 20% lifesteal. The start of the battle adds 9% of physical attack, adds 9% of HP to physical attack, and gains the additional skill Declaration of Conquest, which is an instant, does ranged 30% AoE damage, applies 6 stacks of coercion on the enemy for 2 turns, and then he gains disdain for 4 turns, and a physical shield of 30%. Before launching an active AoE attack, inflicts 1 stack of coercion on the enemy for 2 turns. If the target already has coercion, the character can act again and gains regroup for 4 turns. After the first active AoE attack each turn, gains a physical shield equal to 10% HP. Alright, so coercion is that pressure debuff. When attacking, Camelot reduces the enemy's attack. When being attacked by Camelot, reduces the enemy's defense by 1% of Camelot's max HP, stackable up to 6 stacks. Also, when attacking or being attacked by any Union characters, the reduction equals 0.5% of Camelot's max HP, so it has half the effect if it's other Union allies. Regroup, cannot act again. If this effect is gained during extra act, reduced duration by 1 turn, and then he gets this disdain buff, which increases his damage 10% against enemies with coercion. If the target has 6 stacks of coercion, increase damage by 30%. After being attacked by enemies with 6 stacks of coercion, if he's injured, recover 35% HP, can be triggered 1 time per turn. More regen. Rank 2 is going to increase from 30% to 40% HP, reduce percentage damage by 25%, adds 12% of his HP to physical attack. Quite a big increase at rank 2. At rank 3, before an active AoE attack, he inflicts 2 stacks of coercion on the enemies. And he gains his fatigue. His regroup only lasts for 3 turns, from 4 turns down to 3 turns here. Rank 4 increases HP another 10% up to 50%, reduce percentage damage 35%. Oh, also at rank 3, I didn't notice, he gains toughness only at rank 3. Didn't actually know that. Rank 4, he's going to add 15% of his HP to physical attack, and then his physical shield increases to 20%, up from 10% to 20% of his HP. At rank 5, 15% of his HP is added to his physical attack. He inflicts 3 stacks of coercion on the enemies. His regroup or his fatigue only lasts for 2 turns, and he recovers 1 energy, which can be triggered up to 1 time per turn. So now the question for me is, am I going to use these shards to rank him up quickly? I do want to, but I may not even rank my Camelot up yet, because I'm still contemplating if I want to use this Supreme Medal of Origin Force, which will unlock all of his skills. Do I want to use this on Camelot? I may just use it on Isarine anyway, but we're only getting this thing within another 10 days or so, about 11 days away. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and unlock everything. I think I'll just save that item for my Isarine anyway. And then I'll just gonna use a whole bunch of Custodians on Camelot. Again, I wouldn't recommend this. This is just, personally, this is just what I want to be doing. These medals are really becoming a problem now. So physical defense increased by 10%, physical damage is reduced by 10%. Because he's your frontline tank as well. This is very good for him. Let's just give him the level 2 here. Yeah, so physical defense increased 20%. So I'm going to choose the skill on the left here for that HP. And then I'm probably just going to take both of these just for the extra defense stats there. And then the reactions. Take this one. And I want to give him the extra 3% attack as well. Do I? Yeah, so again, don't try this at home. And then these skills over here. The leadership aura. And then we'll take, I can go for the extra 3% attack for both of these. Or maybe do I go for the extra 3% defense there? Okay, let me not go too crazy. I'll decide later if I'm gonna unlock the rest of these. Let me just max out everything here. Just going all out for my Camelot. Sword and a wand. You want to get physical attack or max HP? Possible. Got lucky here with a 18% physical attack. The engraving I have on my shield is actually not bad. Max HP increase 8%, physical attack 10%. I'll just leave that on him for now. Then we'll give him his basic attack here. Reaction. Leadership aura. Main combo attack over here. And then his passive for the HP and as well as his ascension skill. Again, I've covered all of these in my guide, so I'm not going to go over everything again. So also I'm just going to star him up here, make this quicker. So yeah, I have been saving all of these resources for Camelot. I'm not just randomly throwing resources at Camelot. I've set aside all of these resources way ahead in advance for Camelot. Now we can get him. Rank 2 is a really big jump, I noticed. Previously you increase his HP an extra 10% there. Reduce damage 10%. Increase the physical attack there a little bit more. This is so painful trying to get one of these shields of justice, you guys know. I'm gonna give it one go, yeah. Never mind. So much pain this thing's given us. So how is Camelot going to be on global currently, and how is he going to be with my team? Because what union units do I have? I do have a Lutfi over here, even a Tristan, and they're all going to benefit from his leadership aura. And then Gloria we have over here. Those are about the union units I have. I do have Nidia as well, and August. August does have some shields as well, so like whoever has shields, 30% shields, is going to be getting an extra 10% in attack, so they can get 20% attack from Camelot there. That's gonna be his leadership aura, and then Gloria's also got a leadership aura. Everything that's the same that overlaps is not going to be added, but whatever's unique, so when performing an active attack, damaging, so she increases damage 12%, and when being struck back, damage, that's not so amazing. Okay, so she does give that 12% there, and then also she has a flag aura, which is going to increase our attack and defense by 15%. This is not bad. Gloria is actually not bad for Camelot. Well, another thing about Gloria I love on auto is whoever's been within 3 tiles of Gloria at the beginning of the battle is going to gain an extra movement. So for auto, she's going to allow your units to move out much quicker. Let me just show you. So 1, 2, 3, they're all within 3 tiles of Gloria over here. So just for auto especially, you see everyone flashed there a little bit because of the flag. So that means that we can all move now 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. Even Tristan over here, 4 tiles. So Tristan can move further out. And then we'll just have Gloria lay down 15% attack and defense here for us. It's a global effect. As long as that flag is up. And then we just have Camelot go out there. So when he does that additional skill, he increases his shields. I didn't hit anything there, I just wanted to get close to the enemies here. I did hit this guy with his additional skill, so he technically has pressure on him. 6 stacks. So if you hit any enemy that has pressure, then Camelot can act again. So we'll go over there. He got hit now by a counter attack, which triggered his reaction, which gives him another action over here. Wow, this isn't even translated yet. So he should have another action after this attack. And if you land Camelot in the middle of the enemies, then the enemies around him are going to get stunned like that. You want to put him in the center, and then all the enemies around him will get stunned. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so he has another action now. His reaction was triggered because of the other unit's counter attack. Actually, August has more mobility than he gives himself credit for. He just has to use his hassle there. Similar to Camelot. A mini Camelot. Look at that movement, that's incredible. And then Camelot's boosting his attack so much now. Because he has shields. He's got an extra 20% attack. He's got an extra 12% attack he's getting from Gloria. And then he has an extra 15% attack that he's getting from the flag over there. There we have a 12% from Gloria. Leadership aura is another 10%. Camelot's giving him another 10%. Camelot's giving him another 10% in his damage. The flag aura is increasing his attack by 15%. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why he did so much damage there. And then again, Gloria helps Tristan get a little bit more mobility over here. Almost everyone can make it up here. Alright, yeah, I didn't actually notice. I don't play Tristan that much, but when she does activate that, she gets extra movement as well. I guess her movement's not that bad as I've been making it out to be. Although this one tile range is so oppressive, man. But we can dash in here though. There we go. Full on union team here. Doing the business. And then we just have Lutfi here. That Gloria extra movement is really nice, man. So what does this mean for Lutfi? Well, his life lost is going to scale according to his attack. And if we're increasing his attack so much as well, especially from Camelot, he's going to get that extra attack there from Camelot, then it's going to be good for his DOT as well. How on earth did Tristan go down there? Doesn't she have resolve? Wow, okay, I have no idea what happened to Tristan over there now. So the August and Camelot combo, pretty cool. So yeah, you can see how hard these enemies hit. This guy hits like a tank. Oh, almost made it there. I'll just use Ragnarok here. Good luck to everyone who's pulling on Camelot, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.